Hello, all my fluid art friends. It's Doris at DF Designs. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my Saturday Live. And I love seeing everybody here. Let's see who all's here. Well, I see my moderators. I see Linda, I see Moose, and I see Lorraine. So this is the hardest thing in the world to do, is to do this. But thank you, ladies, for being here. Couldn't do it without you. Okay, these were last week's. These were pendants. Believe it or not, these are done with nail polish. There's a link. Oh, you got a commercial. Sorry, Linda. Poor Linda. Okay. So, Jeff B., who's not here yet. I haven't seen him here yet. Hello, Miss Melinda. Jeff B. made a suggestion. Hello, Miss Susan. Since you weren't here last week, let me show off these to you, Susan. These are the ones that I made last week, necklace pendants. And Mr. Jeff B. suggested I go bigger, try to do it on a coaster. So, I love a challenge. So, I'm going to leave these guys over here so you can reference back to them, okay? Come on, stand up. There we go. Yeah, people can see it, okay? Here's a coaster, and here's a coaster. Oh, and I do want to say something. I know she doesn't want me to. Sorry, Linda. But, but, everybody in the chat, wish Miss Linda a happy birthday. Her 39th birthday is coming up on Tuesday. And for her birthday present, she's going to get to pick one of these two coasters when I get them both decorated, and then the other one will be the winner. And I'm hoping I can get the video edited. Boo, I knew you'd say that. I hope I can get the video edited by Tuesday to put the video up, but I just did this, believe it or not. I just did this and recorded it right after Moose's live. And these are nail polishes too, but it's a stamping plate. It's a stamping plate that I got from my dear moderator. She went on my wish list, and she bought me this stamping plate, which is one of the newest ones from Maniology. And with that and some colors, I was able to make this little scene. Well, I'm sorry, Linda. So hopefully, keep your fingers crossed, this will be Tuesday night's video, okay? So let me get started, okay? I am going to do this in this one, okay? And I want this to be the top. And if I remember right, I started with this. Oh, you like that one, huh? I love that stamping plate. Thank you so much, Moose, for going on my list and buying that as a surprise. I didn't even know she was getting it. You know, I didn't know I was getting it until she said little birdie told her there was something in there. Anyway, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put down some blue, okay? Now, this is a big area I got to fill in, so I'm trying to do the best I can with it. Okay, there we go. I got to turn it around just a little bit. I can't see this side. Okay, there we go. And I couldn't get up close enough to this side either, could I? Okay. Okay, and then I'm not pouring it. No. That'll be too much. Okay, then I'm doing first the neon pink. And I got more room to do it with here. So I can make wider bands. And when you put two colors next to each other, you try to push them together almost to where they overlap, so that way you're going to get your ombre with those two edges. Okay. And there's some very, very No. This is fine. This is fine. This way I don't get too much on there. Doing UV stuff like this, I'm in the living room in my chair, in my big chair, doing this. I had to turn out the closed curtains and closed doors so the sunlight didn't come in, because that's the worst problem you got. Come on. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to put some pink, some lighter pink down below it. I'm basically almost slopping it on right here because I want it to be pretty thick where it joins the other color. I know that doesn't sound like a good term for painting on this. Okay. Okay, there we go. And then some more right here. Just trying to get it all the way up to the edge. I don't think I'm going to be able to keep it off of the sides. Hail, Jeff B. Tonight's video was brought to you by Jeff B's suggestion. Or dare. I don't know if that was a suggestion or a dare for me to try it on a coaster. But here I am, Jeff, doing it on a coaster. Okay, so now here is my ombre brush. Let me see. There we go. See how it's got just a couple of little strands right there? You don't... What you're trying to do is you're trying to mix these. All right, let me go this way. Let me just do some short strokes this way. So tonight's video was brought to you by Jeff B's suggestion. And basically, I see them do it fast, but you're not supposed to touch it too close. And I want to get some of the pink up in here. And I'm making sure it's touching all the edges. Now, the next thing you do before you go to the other side is you do clean off your brush. This is just a makeup cleaning pad. I guess that's what they're called, with some acetone on it. Okay, now there we go. I'm getting a good ombre there. Yeah. And guess what, Jeff? One of these will be a giveaway. After the birthday girl picks hers, one of them will be a giveaway. Okay? If I can get both of them done. Now, I'm going to put my yellow down below that. You don't cure it yet, for the simple fact you want to get these colors to blend together. So you can't cure it until till, because they won't blend after you cure them, obviously. I'm trying to do a thick patch right here next to the pink. Okay. I know this seems like tedious work, but believe me, it's all worth it in the end. Okay. There we go. Okay, now did I clean my brush off from the last bit? Yeah. What you're trying to do is you're trying to blend these two to where you almost can't see the difference in the color. So you want to bring some of the pink down on the yellow and some of the yellow up into the pink. And that's what an ombre brush is meant for. Except it goes a lot quicker on a fingernail than it does on this, okay? Okay, now let me clean this off. Oh, okay, I was, oh, okay. I was reading the chat. I was wondering what you guys were talking about at first. Okay, let me, well, wait a minute. I want to kind of smooth this out just a little bit. Oh, see? Okay. Needs a little bit of more polish right there. It got just a little too thin. But that's okay if it's a little streaky, because you can remember that is the sky up there, you know. Okay, clean off my brush. And pop this in for 60 seconds to set it. And what I'm recreating on that one is this one. So of course the next thing I'll do is I'll do the tree. Maybe I'll be better with the tree, with my line work for the tree on something as big as a coaster. Oh, and Jeff missed this. Hopefully I get this video edited, but this is what I was doing after Moose's live before my live. I was making this. So anyway, so this was made with a stamping plate that I got as a present from Moose. Okay, now, thank you, Lorraine. Okay, now, where is my black? Where is my black? Oh, duh, that's right. If it was a snake, it would have bit me, okay? Okay, what I'm going to do is, oh, you can't see it. I got to move it over some. I can move the phone over. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some black on this resin palette. Believe it or not, this is all this is just a little resin palette. You know, little like thin coaster, you could say. And I could have made one. I could have saved my money and I got a little spot of black on there. Okay, let me see if I can get it up. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to use one of my short liner brushes. Okay, there it is. It's just a really super short liner brush. And basically this one, yep, got to load the brush twice. May have to load it more than that. There we go. Okay, there's the trunk of my tree. Oh, need a little bit more on my brush. I always draw the little arms for the that the leaves are going to go on first before I do the actual leaves themselves. Okay. Now all you want to do your leaves is do little teeny tiny brush strokes. Little up, see? And one thing I've noticed too, when you dip your liner brush into, well, you can use paint for this too. See how you get that little bead on the end? You kind of want to dab that little bead off before you start painting, or you're going to get a big blob with that little bead on the end. Okay. Another fussy project. Linda hates these projects. Oops. Get rid of the bead. Linda hates these type of projects, okay? You know what? I need one right here too. It just looks too empty right there. Okay. There we go. Oops. See, I got my little short lines too close. So there is my tree. This arm needs to be just a little bit longer because it just looks out of place next to the rest of them. There we go. Now I'm going to put my little birds in there too, which this one nail tech calls them flying M's. And I guess you could call them that. Wait a minute. I don't hate them. I just don't prefer fussy. Oh, fronds? Okay. I wasn't sure what the name of those things were. Thank you, Linda. Okay. Well, I was trying to make the trunk thick, but now I made it a little bit too thick, but that's okay. I'll work with it. I just felt the trunk was a little too thin. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to set that after I clean my little liner brush off. There we go. Good as new, and I see what I was doing. I see what I was doing, okay? I'm going to pop that in for 60 seconds. Just to set it. Okay. Because the other one's going to take a little bit longer to do. Than this one. That's why. Where's my white? Where is my white? White. Okay, nope, that's my silver. Okay, I know my white's in here, I think. Or did I leave it in? Okay. Oh, nope, there's my white, way over there. I don't know why that white ended up way over there, but it did. Draw a set of coconuts. I guess I could. And don't forget, one of these two will be the giveaway. One of these two coasters. And Linda will pick her birthday present. Very funny, Susan. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. That's set. Okay. I don't need to put some black down on the thing, but I can steal a little black out of here. By doing that. Okay. There we go. There's a coconut. There's a coconut. And there's a coconut. See, I can't get it too close. Okay, wait a minute. See, I gotta space them out. There we go. There we go. I drew some coconuts. I don't know, do they look like coconuts? To me, they don't. But anyway, now this tree's got coconuts, okay? Okay, now, let me put a little bit of this white down. Because we're going to use a flat brush to make the clouds, okay? Let me see which one is my flat brush. There it is. Okay, see? And then we need rock with these comments. Is that supposed to be the poop emoji? Anyway, okay, here's the flat brush. Let me see. And basically, you want to do some odd looking shapes for clouds, okay? Clean off most of that off of there. And then if you go over the bottom of it, kind of makes it look a little wispy. Here's one cloud. Okay, get rid of most of it. Get rid of what you can. Then you kind of feather out the bottom a little bit. There you go. There you go. Okay, now, first, let me clean this brush off because I want to do some stars. And do I have a... Yep. Here's a dotting tool, a little tiny one. I want to put some little stars up here. Okay, then I'm also going to use, yeah, I see what I did. I keep moving my, okay, I'm going to use this little liner brush to make a big dot right here. And then basically make it like one of those, I don't know what they're called. And put another one right over here. These 4 pointed stars with the little rays coming out of them. I don't know what they're called. Okay. Yeah, don't want to do too much more. Aloha. Okay. I don't know what that aloha's for. Okay. Clean off this. Make sure I cleaned all my brushes. Well, I can start on the other one. Okay, let me get I just got, I don't know where the black came from, but I just got some. There we go. Well, those little spots will get cleaned up. Okay, now we're going to do the next one. So first, that one's still baking, I guess you could say. First, you start with a round sun shape in the middle, okay? And then you're building out your colors from there. Okay. There we go. Oh, I'm not sure yet. I guess I could cover up the inside edges with another color. Okay, let me get my, where's my, there it is. Okay. Basically, I'm blending the pink into the sun edge. Okay. Clean it off. Okay, and then I'm going to go with the darker pink around that because I've got the room on here now. No, I don't have to clean it up. I can paint over it with a black. There we go. So some blue, some darker pink, which is really a neon pink. And ombre the edge into the lighter pink. Okay. Okay, now some purple around that. Although I don't have to go all the way down with it, because right below this is going to be my little horizon line. Okay, so there's my purple. Blend it in with the pink. Do the little ombre effect. Okay, clean it off. No, it's not on silicone. This is not silicone. This is epoxy resin that came out of a mold. Okay, my blue. This is my, no, that's my pink. Where is my blue? Oh, there's my blue, duh. Because this blue, I think, looks better for the sky than any other blue I have. Okay, see, trying to give it a little horizon line right there. Yeah, I'm going to put some UV resin on the over all the design. I can always go around the inside with a marker too. There we go. It's going. See, Linda had suggested to pour it out, but I'm afraid I'll get too much on here, and there's really no way to put it back in the bottle. Not an easy way, I should say. Okay, it needs a little bit more over here. There we go. Okay. Oh, okay. Have a good weekend, Susan. I'll send you some photos of what you asked about tomorrow, probably. Okay. Now, let me ombre these two. Okay, let me try to even that out just a little bit. Okay, now let me set this before this stuff runs all over the place. Okay, here we go. Here's that one that's done. Let me put this in for a minute just to set it. So here's the one coaster. that was modeled after this. So, and I'm not going to put UV resin on it right now. I'm going to go, I'm going to figure out something. I'm either going to use a gold metallic marker or, you know, or something like that, I should say. 20 more seconds on that, because you want it to be flat, and I wanted it to set. So what I'm doing is now I'm going to do the sunset in the water, sunset look in the water. But I didn't want the rest of it to kind of get mix in with it. I don't know if you can understand that or not. Okay, that's been a minute. Okay, so here we go. Okay, now, trying to figure out. Yeah, I'll go with the lighter pink only in this. Because you want to do it like a V shape. So that way it looks like the silhouette of the sun rays. Okay, and some yellow in the middle. No. I showed everybody this. I don't have time to do it. This was what I used a new stamping plate on this mousse, and I recorded it. I actually did it in between the end of your live and the beginning of my live, with enough time to go have a few smokes. And I'm hoping to put this video up on Tuesday. I hope. But, no, I wouldn't have enough time. Okay, I'm going to give it some yellow in here. Okay. Put the lid on. Okay, a little bit of purple on each side. Ah, crap. See what I just did? Oh, fiddly sticks. That's okay. I'll blend it in with the pink. Okay, and some blue. Some blue over here. Okay, and some blue over here. Don't need to take it all the way up to that right there, because that's going to end up where my two islands are going to be at. Okay, now. Nobody wants to make a comment about my mess? Okay, so now, let me get my ombre brush. Okay, first let me try to... Wait a minute. That's set up there, so I could probably clean that off with this. Didn't think of that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now... There we go. Got the worst of it blended out. Islands in the stream. Yep. Okay. Blend the purple into the pink. clean off some of the product off the brush. It was getting a little thick. And next, that's not the last of it, but that's the next one. Clean it off and then do the purple and blue ombre. Okay, now, there's my white. Let me show you something to make it look like water more down there. You get some white on your liner brush. And you do a couple of little okay, let me clean that off. And you put some little white highlights right there. No, Islands in the Stream. No, that's right. That's Kenny Loggins and Dolly Parton. I had to think for a minute. Okay, I want to make those lines just a little bit softer, so another storm coming up, so I gotta hurry without this. Oh, thank you, Moose. Oh, she was tickled pink when she saw that I did that. She absolutely loved it. Okay, set that for 60 seconds. Can anybody hear the thunder? Oh, my cat hears it. I keep forgetting and I keep moving my phone over, and this is what's turning it blue is my little stand. Oh, Kenny Rogers, yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, first thing I'm going to do right here is I'm going to close this white before I spill it. I'm going to get some black. I'm going to put some black down. And let me see. Okay. Now let me clean that off just a little bit better. Okay, now, first thing I'm going to do is I am going to add my little islands right here. So what you do is you draw a line out from the outer edge, and then you go in here and you make it just a little bit bigger. And that way it looks like an island. Okay, same over here. Looks almost like mountains over here. Okay, let me see. Okay, I can go in just a little bit more with the island. Okay, now. Now I'm going to do my palm tree, because that's the only black in here besides the islands. Let me work on the trunk just a little bit. It's looking like a Very sick. And I'm not putting coconuts on this one because I don't think those look like coconuts on the other one. Okay, now, very carefully, do my little fronds. Okay, come on. There we go. I cannot draw real skinny lines like those. And you know that if it looks skinny on a nail, you know, you can imagine how skinny it is. Oh, you can hear it now? Yeah. Well, now it's not thundering, thank God. But unfortunately, the problem I have with getting a cell signal here also prevents me from getting cellular data to where I can stay on the internet without the okay, let me set that real quick for 60 seconds, and then I'll bring out my white, and I can do clouds on this one. I couldn't do clouds on it before because of how small the piece was. See when I did it on here, I didn't have room for clouds. I got room for clouds on the square. Okay, come on. Well, let me put this down because my light's way over there, so it shouldn't affect this. Just put some white right there. Put my lid on this one before it falls over and spills all over the place, huh? That's Murphy's Law, right? If you don't tighten the cap, it will fall over and spill. Just like if you're going to go live, you're going to get technical issues. If you're going to go live, you're going to get all kinds of little... On live is when it happens, when all the bad stuff happens. Okay. There we go. That's been a minute now. Okay. First, I'll do the clouds. Where's the flat... Is that the flat brush? Yeah. I use the flat brush to make the clouds. There we go. Okay, there's one cloud. Murphy was an optimist. Okay, get rid of some of it. Bottle fell over. Okay, now let me clean the brush off, because now I'm going to do my little stars. Where's that little dotting tool at? I use the dotting tool. Wait a minute. Why is it not? There we go. I use the dotting tool because it's easier. Just easier to get round little dots with a dotting tool. Okay, now I'm going to try that four-pointed star up here again. Okay, because I'm going to just put a big dot and then drag it out. There we go. Well, that looks a little bit better than my other attempt at it. Oh, well. Okay, was there anything I missed? Nope. Nope. So now let me stick this under there. Okay, Miss Linda, which one would you like for your birthday present? I mean, I can't ship it off for about a week or so because I gotta fix the insides and then do a coating of UV resin. Even though these are nail polishes, you can't coat it with a clear nail polish because Moose was telling me it'll turn yellow, it just won't look right. Okay. So which one do you like? This one? Come on, come on. Or the other one? Let me see if I can tilt this up. Yeah, there we go. Okay, where is... Well... Oh, it will peel too. Yeah, thank you. Okay, Linda. Okay. Okay. It's set good enough. Okay. Which one do you like better for a coaster? Okay. Hexagon or square? Oops. Hexagon or square? Fiddlesticks. Let me just do this. This one right here? Okay. That's the one you said, right? This one. Okay. Well, this one will be on its way to you soon. Okay. The second one, you're square. No, you're not a square. Okay, put that in for 5 minutes. Okay, Moose, go ahead and run the ad. Number's right in here. Okay, I gotta figure out a way to get this to prop up a little bit. Okay, there's your rules. Number's right here. So go ahead and type your go in the chat. And yes, Linda, you can enter to win the other one too if you want. And as soon as you see the go from her, start typing your numbers. I know there's only 5 people here. Anybody want to enter? Oh, there we go. There's a number. Yeah, I was wondering about that, Jeff. Because it was your suggestion to do this. Oh, good Lord. If you're going to go one at a time, it could take a long time to get there. Ah, there we go. There's somebody else putting in numbers. No? Now you're going the right direction. Now you're going the right direction. When you type 50, then 49, I thought, oh my God, if he goes one number at a time, it'll take him forever to get down there. Okay, congrats, Jeff. Congrats, Jeff, you won. The number was 29, by the way. Somewhere in here is my number. There it is. Congrats, Mr. Jeff. So as soon as I figure out how to paint the inside wall, okay, and then I'll put a UV resin on it, and then they'll sit in the window for a day because the sun outside does better on getting rid of the stickiness of the UV resin than anything else. You never know. I might put a thin coat of epoxy instead on it. Oh, paint marker. Okay, yeah, I could do that. I know where my paint markers are at upstairs too. Oh, you can't see the. Let me see if I can. Yeah, cause see, I went up on some of it. So this one is Jeff's. And this one is Miss Linda's birthday present. So, and I tried to spare you from my god-awful singing, so I didn't sing happy birthday to you. I don't know. I can't chat from this. I just noticed that. Oh. Okay, well, I will text you later, Jeff, to talk about that, or I'll call you. I don't know, one or the other. I cannot chat from this phone. Oh my God. That is terrible. Okay. So here is the 2 coasters I did tonight, okay? Yeah, if Jeff wants to give it to her, I think that's a very, very sweet idea. I'm trying to get rid of the glare. So anyway, listen, I want to thank everybody for coming out. Y'all are awesome. You know that. I love it, love it, love it that you guys can come out every Saturday to spend some time with me and everything. I'm going to let everybody go. Don't forget, in an hour and a half, we have Moose coming up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let everybody go so y'all can, get your stuff done. So there we go. Thank you. So I want to give a shout out to my grands, which is Devin, Alyssa, Tony, Jameson, Marley, and Riven. Grandma loves you. And I gotta move this stuff so I can get my hand back here. And all I can say is bye for now. Love you, Bentley. Wink, wink.